Good morning, everybody. Orin J here with another War of the Visions video, and tonight we are going to do a comparison between Duane and Fryevia. We're going to see who got the better EX. That's the first part. We want to know who got hooked up more this week. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to go on to see which unit is actually better in War of the Visions right now. Again, just like based on my opinion, right? Both of these units are going to be good, by the way. If you're building either one of them, please don't stop building that unit based only on this video and switch to the other limited unit. That seems suicidal. But I do want to talk about it, just see which one got hooked up more and which one ended up better. This video tonight, you can see full dad attire brought to you by Baby J. Baby J, 100% of the time, thinks Fryevia is better than Duane. And, you know, as a young man, I can appreciate that sentiment. So, let's get to the video. Let's talk about things right now. Alright, now before I get into the video, if you need to get some Amazon coins to get one of these units, please consider using my Amazon coin affiliate link. It's down in the description. Great way to support the channel and everything we do here. But now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Duane first. So on the screen right now, you see two things. You see Duane's level 99 stats on the left, you see Duane's level 120 stats on the right, and then in the middle, you see what he gained in base stats by taking him from 99 to 120. So he gained 1167 HP. That's pretty decent, right? That's significant, especially for someone who might be the tank in your group, who at worst is going to be a physical DPS bruiser in your group. They need that HP. He also gained 97 attack. To me, this seemed a little low. I would have liked to have seen Duane gain more like raw attack power, but 97 is still a nice boost, right? That's like half of a good assault weapon or something like that. He gained 21 magic. Nobody really cares about that. 4 agility is nice, so he did get faster. His agility goes up to 62. A 62 agility unit is speedy. It's not 69 like Kitone or, you know, King Daddy Zazon, but 62 is nice. He gained 43 dex, 50 luck, and 2 defense, as well as a little AP and TP. Overall stat-wise, I don't think Duane got a massive boost in stats. It's good enough to, you know, spend the points to get him there, but Duane's power from his EX, in my opinion, really comes from his skills, which we'll look at later. Now, before we get there, let's talk about Fryevia and her stat upgrades. Fryevia's growth looks like this. She gained 1832 HP, a lot. She gained 194 magic. Now, magic is her attack stat, right? So gaining almost 200 magic, going from 330 to 526 is a big jump. This will help her do more damage. That's not her main role, but you all have seen what King Mont can do. King Mont will go out there in 1v3 because he's a tank that can bring some damage. So this did help her. She also gained 6 agility. 6. That's huge. Her agility goes from 54 to 60. 54 is slow-ish. 60 is okay. 60 is very workable. That was necessary. She gained 48 dex, 33 luck, no defense or spirit, which isn't great, and she gained a little AP and TP. Overall, very, very happy with Fryevia's stat growth from 99 to 120. Again, this is before applying any of her like support skills or vision cards, espers, anything like that. This is just her raw stats, baby. Okay, let's put both on the screen now and compare them side by side because we're trying to see who won, who got the better stat upgrade. It's Fryevia, right? Now, Fryevia got more HP. Her damage stat increased by double what Duane's damage stat increased. She got more agility. Duane did get more luck and some more defense. So he didn't like get smoked in this race, but Fryevia got a lot more stats from her upgrade. Caveat here, Duane kicked ass before his upgrade. Fryevia was fringe decent, right? So Fryevia really needed these stats, whereas if Duane would have got Fryevia level stat upgrade, maybe he would have been too strong. I don't know. They don't ask me, but I think Fryevia really needed to win this race, right? If this was a race, this race I just made up. Fryevia needed to win it, and she did. Her stat upgrades were huge. So, okay, that's just part of the story though. We need to go look at skills, because I would say that is going to be the thing that really determines which of these units is better or worse than the other one, or at best determines which one got the better EX upgrade. So here we go. What we have on the screen right here is Duane's abilities. We're going to start there when we're looking at abilities here, and let's look at what his EX provided him. Okay, a support ability upgrade. They both got a support ability upgrade. Duane's changes Knighthood into Paragon of the Night. Now, Knighthood was a defense buff for Duane. So it was one of the 3 real options you had when you were running like Tank or Bruiser Duane. Swift Shadow is a must if you're having Duane tank. It's the one that gives him hate. This is his only way of generating hate outside of something like Vow of Love. So you're gonna run Swift Shadow most of the time. Viking Lore and Knighthood were kind of the toss-up here. I would say Viking Lore was pretty significantly better than Knighthood before this EX upgrade, even though I still ran Knighthood sometimes. Now Knighthood, being Paragon of the Night, gives Duane slash resistance and pierce resistance, as well as that defense. This is a really nice upgrade, and it gives you a little more to think about when you're comparing Viking Lore to Paragon of the Night. Basically, do you want your Duane to do a lot more damage? Viking Lore. It's going to add some nice attack to him. Do you want your Duane to be tankier? Are you going against slashing and piercing comps? I think you're going to want to run Paragon of the Night. So this is a pretty good upgrade, but it's not like, I'm not going to give this one an A+. I'll just give it like a B+. Anyway, let's look at the rest of his upgrades. Darkness that you see on the screen here gets upgraded to Eternal Darkness. Now, this is a very, very good upgrade because his AI already loved to use this skill. This is his area of attack skill, hits in this AoE right here, that would disable people. Now, it also breaks physical barriers. You know, stuff like Titus's physical barrier or Agrius's physical barrier. This will bust that barrier down and then do the damage. This is very thematic for Duane, in my opinion. He's a guy who's going to come out here and just put pain on you. This is another way for him to break through a person's defense and inflict more pain while also putting disables on. You guys, it is the disable world and we just live in it. Like Mont disables, Duane disables, run disable resist if you can find it. Okay, so I think this is an A+ upgrade because it's something that Duane already uses and it's a dang good upgrade to it. Okay, his job level 25 ability, Armor Crusher, decreases slash resist of the target for 25% for 3 turns and inflicts 165% damage, and it has a nice range to it. This is a very long range attack for a melee unit like Duane. This again is very thematic for the unit. This gives him slash resist penetration, right? Or it decreases the enemy's slash resist, excuse me. I want to say it right. So anyway, it's a way for Duane to get around slash resistance to do damage. Look at the rest of his kit. He has a way to break barriers, he has a way to get through slash resist, and he has a buff in here, Atonement, that increases defense penetration for himself. So he now has 3 ways to help himself deal more damage to the unit. You can clearly see what they were aiming for with this EX job. Their goal was, hey, let's give him some more stats, let's get his HP up there, let's help him be a little bit more resistant, and then let's boost his damage. Duane at 120 is going to do what Duane at level 99 would do. He's just going to do it better. So good upgrade for Duane. I think they pretty much nailed it with this EX upgrade. Okay, now when you're thinking about which one of these units is better, there's more to it than this though. You got to think Duane is a dark element unit. That helps him, right? He's got Mama Helena to run with. He could run with Venera. He could run with the Sterns, right? Kane. Whisper's going to get an EX soon. Garvel's a monster. Like, I don't need to go through Dark and tell you guys that Dark is stacked. So if you wanted to run Mono Dark, notice there's like Whisper's your only tank on the screen here, and building her is kind of interesting. Now you have Duane. Duane's in this mix. Being Dark, big deal. And that helps Duane out. Also, vision cards, right? Duane has his own vision card right here, Irresistible Darkness. And you can see it's a pretty good vision card. It has stuff Duane wants: attack, magic resist, dark attack. It makes him good. However, I actually think that Omega is Duane's best vision card. Gives him agility, spirit, more agility, light resistance. Yuna still exists. Increases his HP, slash attack HP for the group. I love Omega, but Duane has options in a group, right? If you're running a full damage bruiser in a group with another tank, you could throw something like Diablos on there, boost everybody's dark attack. Dark is set up, and that's a big like feather in the cap of people who are thinking about building Duane. He has a lot of support for him, right? Or depending on your account. Okay, let's talk next about Fryevia. And let's look at Fryevia's skills, put those on the screen. Fryevia's first EX upgrade is Providence of Wind, become Wind Spirit's Ward. So Providence of Wind was something you were always going to run on Fryevia before because it was another way of increasing her magic resistance. Again, Gumi thinking, we're going to try to make Fryevia into what she should have been in the first place. Because let's be real, before now, Fryevia was like a magic tank that was pretty good at it, but like kind of weird, or AI's awful. But they're really trying to make her into a viable magic tank here. So they upgrade to Wind Spirit's Ward, also adds some slash resistance to the skill. That's important. It's hard to find teams that aren't dealing slashing damage. And think of a unit like Rain or Black Rose Helena, who within their kits have access to slashing based magic attacks. It doesn't matter how easy it is to get Fryevia to 100% magic resist. Spoiler alert, it's pretty easy. But if the enemy just switches into a slashing based attack, your magic resist doesn't mean anything at all. So adding slash resistance is a big deal there because it's a lot of mages' answer to magic resistance. This is a great upgrade, A+. Okay, what are the rest of her upgrades? This one's huge. Magic Barrier, which is her 50% damage reducing shield for magic attacks, gets upgraded to also add 12 hate. Praise be to the Church of Eileen. Fryevia needed that upgrade. This is huge because it's on her main job. This gives her main job access to a hate buff. It's like Rain's hate buff, but it's for Fryevia. Awesome upgrade, A+. It means you don't have to run Spellblade if you want her to be a tank anymore. She can pick her sub job. Now, okay, A+ on that one, easy. What about Spellville Blade? This is her level 25 or job level 25 skill, and it's really, really good. I'm here with Twitch chat tonight, actually. We're all recording this together, and they pointed out something to me here that I'm going to mention. Let's talk about this skill. It does 175% damage in a nice AoE. I bring that up because look at the rest of her skills. She doesn't have another ranged attack. That means the AI will prioritize using this if they're in range of the enemy, but not in range to do like a point blank attack. So the AI will use it. It buffs her defense and spirit by 20 for 3 turns. That by itself is humongous. 20 defense and spirit on your tank, sign me up. Guys, it stacks 3 times. If she casts this skill 3 times, she will get 20 defense and spirit each time. That's 60. That was awful. That's 60 defense and spirit. Holy cow. This gives her another way of tanking besides just stacking magic resistance. What a good skill. What an awesome skill. Here's the thing though. Now you got to go back up here to her support abilities and say, I was always before going to run Savior's Protection and Wind Spirit's Ward. This was that way of boosting your magic resistance. Emerald Echo from Green Mage increases buff duration by 1. Think about that. This is something to consider at least. I'm not saying it's better than the others, but I'm saying think about it. Because that will increase this defense and spirit buff from 3 turns to 4. That might be significant enough for you to consider. So I think once again, like if I'm comparing skills for the 2 units, I think Fryevia's skill upgrades were better than Duane's, but I think Duane started at a better place than Fryevia did. However, I think she caught him in terms of her skills and what they're meant to do. Fryevia can now be a tank without having to rely on stupid taunting spell from her 2 skill Spellblade subjob. You can go down here now and run her as a white mage. be careful with White Mage Fryevia, because if you leave Protect and Shell on, the AI tends to prioritize that over her hate buff. So turn those off if you want her to tank. Leave like Full Life and Curata on so she can be your like Guild Wars Fight 2 healer or bring somebody back from the dead. Okay, so skills, Fryevia got a better upgrade, Duane got a pretty good upgrade. I'm going to say they're even on skills. Fryevia's Ice. How does that play in for her? Pretty good, actually. Ice is a pretty stacked element in Global. You have amazing units to run her with. Gilgamesh, Valentine's Day Salir, which we just got. Rosa will eventually get an EX. Orin is a really good unit with Fryevia. Someone who can run Fenrir and take advantage of that attack buff that Fenrir is giving, plus the magic resist that it's giving to the group. Agrius will eventually get an EX job. If you want to go like double Ice tank, Ice could quickly become one of the tankiest elements in this game. Hell, you could run him with Agrius right now. Victoria's pretty good unit. Laswell will eventually get an EX. Medina exists. And if you're running a straight magic resist team, Medina is very capable of getting a lot of magic resist in her kit. So good units within Ice that combo well with Fryevia, specifically Gilgamesh, who can provide her another magic resist buff or provide her with haste and quicken if you really want her to go like turn 1 magic shield hate buff and then immediately turn 2 defense and spirit buff. Something like quicken from Gilgamesh, you got to work out your early turns. Maybe she can figure that out for you like that. Now, Ice Vision cards. I already brought up Fenrir. This is not a great card for Fryevia to use because you can see it's an attack-based card. However, it is a fantastic card for someone else in the party to use. So that exists within Ice. That helps her out a lot. This is Fryevia's #1 vision card. Freezy's the Worm of Blizzard. It's going to give her magic up, which will help her do damage. It gives her defense. It gives her magic as a stat. It increases her HP and magic resistance some more. It gives the party ice attack. So again, this helps her buff the rest of your team. Critical damage up is nice. And then, 25% more HP down here on the bottom. This card is amazing for Fryevia. If you have this card and you have a chance to work on Fryevia right now, I think that's I think it's something you should consider. I'm not going to sit here and recommend to anybody to go try and pull one of these units and build them in the next 2 weeks. Y'all, you got to know your accounts. You got to know what you can accomplish. That's not for me to tell you. What I'm going to say is this card is hella good with Fryevia, and if you have it and you have her, you have a dang powerful magic tank. Okay, let's go back to this screen right here. Let's go the full glory screen. Which one of these units is better? That's tough. Guys, that's going to be tough. If you're talking about a tank, Fryevia is a better magic tank than Duane is a tank. If you need a magic tank in your account, Fryevia can absolutely do that for you. And I think she might even do that better than Rain. I don't know. My Fryevia is not all the way leveled up. I'll get back to you on the rest of that when I run some like mono ice teams with her in it. Duane is going to be more of Duane. We already know what Duane is. This is just 21 more levels of Duane in your face, and he's going to be fantastic. These are both very good units now, and just being able to put Fryevia into that atmosphere of saying very good unit, good job with this EX developers. I love it. Probably Duane's a better unit though, if I'm being real. He's going to be useful in a few more situations, I think, whereas Fryevia is sort of bottlenecked into magic tanking. But the one thing she does better than he does anything. If that makes any sense. Hey, I never said I was going to come to a ultimate conclusion in this video. They're both hella good units. And if you pulled one or are working on one to 120, I don't think you will regret it with either one. So, once again, let's check in with Baby J. He slept through the whole thing. That's what you want to see. That's the dream right there. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go be a dad for the rest of the night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.